historically were not Igbos. Which historically are you calculating? From when the British government came into Nigeria, the British government regarded you as Igbo. The Delta State government regarded you as Igbo. How then did you start this deceit? When? At what point? Which point in history? What would you say historically? The people who wrote those letters and signed them, did they read it at all? At what point in history did we stop being only Igbo? We are in a very difficult situation now. Those who fought heavily against the idea for the creation of Anyoma State are now begging, are now protesting. They are now saying, don't remove the capital from Asaba. How did we find ourselves in this situation? Those who never supported the movement, those who continue to insist that they are not Igbo, and they do not want to be a part of the Southeast. Now that the slot is given to the Southeast, and we need the Southeast to achieve the Anyoma State, is it not time for those who are fighting endless and aimless wars to come to a table of compromise? Should we not all meet each other halfway? Is it not time to bury pride for the sake of the legacy our ancestors continue to clamor for the identity our ancestors continue to ask for over 71 years now? This is Anyoma Cultural Forum, and you are welcome to today's topic. Before we begin, I'm going to tell us two stories because we are Igbo. It is true folk tale that will educate our children and our people. And I'm going to tell this story in our language, in our version of the Igbo language. Okuko ejeni izu. And it has so many implications when Okuko missed the meeting. In the animal kingdom, a great meeting was called. Okuko ababe ya bu izu. Okuko did not attend. That is, the fowl failed to attend. The cock and hen did not attend this meeting. It was a very important meeting. But Okuko did not know. Okuko refused to attend in his usual nonchalant way. And then, during the meeting, a very important agreement was reached. From that day onwards, it was agreed that anything concerning Okuko is what will always be used for sacrifice. It was from there and in that meeting that it was agreed that anyone who wants to sacrifice anything to his gods or ancestors will use Okuko. Whether a matured Okuko, whether a little chick we call William, whether the egg of Okuko, anything concerning Okuko is what is used for sacrifice. Even for women who are undergoing treatment during antenatal, local antenatal care, it is the foot of Okuko that is used to pound to prepare medicine for these women. Even those who break their leg and they are going to undergo treatment, an Okuko will be cut, the leg will be broken. While the Okuko is healing, it is believed that the leg of the patient will be healing. This is how Okuko's fate was sealed in its absence. This is the same story with some members of Anyoma society who are prominent, who are politically up there, who were supposed to be part of the discussion for the creation of Anyoma State, but they excluded themselves because of political differences with the person who is championing the movement. Today, we are at a crossroad. Today, they are asking us to choose between being Anim-Oma, which is alien to us. We never asked for Anim-Oma State. What we asked for was Anyoma State. It is clearly written. It is not a fantasy. Anyoma means Anyocha. Anyocha encompasses Anyocha South and Anyocha North. N means Ndokwa. I means Eka. And O means Oshumili. MOA in it is just an ad-lib to make it sound great. And Anyoma is also an existing community in Anyoma. This is the reason why our ancestors coined this name and started asking for Anyoma State. It is in asking for this Anyoma State that some members of Anyoma community who think they know more than themselves started making broadcasts to say they do not want to be part of the Southeast. Here is where it has landed us today, which brings me to the second story. A very big family decided to have a feast, and they selected members from the community to go to the river and fish, precisely the river Niger. But one member of the family vehemently rose against the idea, saying that there is no fish anymore in the river, and that no one will catch any fish by the Niger. But the rest members decided we will go. If we do not catch, at least we have gone. And in the first day or the first try, they were able to catch a very big fish by the banks of the river Niger, and they brought it home to the family, which sparked a wide celebration. Then they began the cooking. It was midway to the cooking that this certain member of the family who had insisted that there's no more fish by the river started asking for the head of the fish. That, by the way, he is the head of the family. He's the oldest. That they should give him the head, which is now causing problem. A soup that is still on fire, that has not been completely cooked. Ofe de no kodike tineni. Ofe dike tineni where the car shot to ne. Yakwa no wakwe sigeke. So the family is now deciding, instead of this soup to cause problem for us, let us bring it down and take it to another family where we can eat it peacefully. That is just the analogy of the Anyoma situation now, where we are now faced with the option of either having an Anyoma State or an Anim-Oma State. No Anyoma person will be happy or to embrace the idea of an Anim-Oma State. There's nothing called an Anim-Oma State to us. What we know is an Anyoma State. What we asked for is an Anyoma State. And what we want to get is an Anyoma State. An Anyoma State that has its capital within Anyoma, not outside the boundaries of Anyoma. When I'm saying Anyoma, don't think I am excluding a banker. A car is a banker. A banker is a car. Whether they remain in Benin or not, they will not. They are still a car people. The people fighting that they do not want us to join the Southeast. Since we have not joined the Southeast, it did not stop me. It did not stop us from being Igbo. So I don't know why there's so much hours about us joining Southeast or not joining Southeast, and the thing is causing us a lot of trouble. If anyone in our midst has a personal problem with Ndi Igbo who are in the Southeast, the person should calmly go and correct it. Because yesterday I gave so many examples of what Ndi Igbo are going through all over the world and how it was caused by us, the Anyoma people. The Ekumeku anti-colonial resistance that made the British Nigeria government to blacklist Ndi Igbo was led by Anyoma people. Precisely my hometown is the headquarters of Ekumeku, where I am from Ubuluku. Move away from that. In 1966, there was a coup. Or 1967, the one they called the coup by the January boys. The January boys had two masterminds. I don't want to say one because if I say one, he will say it's the other. If I say the other, he will say it's the other. So there are two masterminds of the January boys. And they are all Anyoma people. These two masterminds are Major Ifajuna and Major Tukuma Kaduna Uzogo. Ifajuna is from Onitsha. Uzogo is from Okpanam. So these two individuals that masterminded this January coup are from Anyoma. What else? What else are we dragging? Today you see people who are grown enough to tell their children their identity, coming out and say, we are not Igbo, we are not Igbo. What do you have that Ndi Igbo do not have? What is in Asaba? Look at the video of Asaba playing up there. That later became Nigeria, no doubt. Capital of Delta State presently, no doubt at all. A very, very great city. But what is in Asaba that is not in the southeast? What do we have as Anyoma people in terms of human capital resources, in terms of natural resources as well, that Igbo of the other side do not have? What is that thing? That thing that is very special. All the oil wells in the whole Niger Delta, in the whole southeast, are there prominent Igbo or Niger Deltans who can boldly say they have OML? The oil mining licenses belong to Hausa and Yoruba people, and nobody is talking about this. Why are we fighting ourselves? Does the tortoise think it can shed its shell and still remain tortoise? The Igbo, there's nothing that can change that. Agitations, protests, and all that cannot change it. Politically motivated discussions cannot change it. We are Igbo, not because we are doing this because we want Anioma State. We have been identifying as Igbos from time immemorial. People like late Ambassador Ralph Chukwuemeka from Ogwashu, who was President General of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. Yes, you heard that right. So how can somebody who is from here be President General of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo worldwide? And you say we are not Igbos? Somebody from Anyoma is currently the President General of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo Women Wing. Please, let us just stop deceiving ourselves. The 9 local government chairmen that endorsed the letter saying we do not want to be part of the Southeast. After speaking with a few of them, I have now understood their sentiments. They said the capital was to be removed from Asaba to a place called Olo in Imo State, and they are opposed to the idea. I understand that you are opposed to the idea. I am also opposed to the idea. But you caused this. All of you. You said you don't want to be part of the Southeast. The slot was given to the Southeast. It is their right. You are not doing them any favor. Rather, they are the ones who, through whom you want to achieve your long-standing goal. This pursuit, this quest may be actualized. But even if it is not actualized, we will forever remember the names of these 9 local government chairmen, these 9 State House of Assembly members that said no to Anioma State. You think it is just a state creation drive. This is something our prominent musicians sang songs about. In my hometown, there's a 50-year-old record that goes thus. Listen, let me play it. If I cannot play it, let me sing it. Ezenu ya ka nwa Anyoma, modi nobulu ya ka nwa Anyoma, alaji modi we ya ka nwa Anyoma, odafubulu ya ka nwa Anyoma o ogademma. Odafubulu is my own father. The throne of Odafe is the kingship, is the #1 kingship stool. The first royal house in my hometown. So this is more than just politics to me. It is a drive that my own grandfathers who lived and passed, pursued and they went, and then they said, continue for where we stopped. We're about to actualize it, and you start bringing out rubbish that we are not Igbos. As an Obolo man, how do I explain that I am not Igbo? Where my brothers from Ozobolo are prominently Igbos. My brothers from Ubuli Suzo, Ubuli Hejofo, Oko Voro, Ubuli Ikel, Ubulo Hausara, Ubu, all these people are Obolo descendants. And you say you are not Igbo, and you want me to join you in such useless quest? Or such political vendetta? So, we are Igbo. The 9 local government chairmen, the 9 House of Assembly members who made this decision did not hold, even if it's a 5-minute meeting, with their constituents to say, this is the decision before us. What should we do? So invariably, they have taken their own political decisions, not the decision that resonates with the people. That decision does not resonate with us. It can never resonate with us. A tortoise does not shed its shell. and let them continue to deceive themselves. Political power comes and goes. We will always remember. Let them just pray that this drive, this quest for Anyoma State doesn't fall through, because if it does, we will never forgive them. Never. Because they never held any meetings with us until they took a decision, told the world that they are speaking for us. They never spoke for us. They did not speak for us. All their names from A to Z, from number 1 to number 9, both in House of Assembly, both in the chairmanship, all bore Igbo names. But they shamelessly signed those signatures. Maybe now trying to gather all of us. They want to collect something that belongs to us. We will all join you. But you said there was no state creation drive. You said it was just a hoax. You said Senator Ned Nwoko was just deceiving himself. Now you are seeing that the thing, it will be greasy. It's in if I name easy, but actually it's easy in there. Go easy. Now, Obegisi, so I OTC. All of you are very, very funny. If we don't achieve this, we know your names. You have even published them. And that is an evidence. We will keep them. It is not a rumor that you fought against the creation of Anyoma State. If you had said, what we want is Anyoma State, keep it any region you want to keep it, definitely we will understand that our brothers from the south are also human beings. You are rejecting them. You are not better than them in any way. Look at the videos I have displayed here. I've shown videos of Abia State. I've shown Umuahia and Abia. I've shown Umuahia and Abia. I've also shown Aba in Abia. I've shown videos of Enugu. I've compared the videos of Asaba. I've also shown videos of Onitsha. How do you think you are better than these people? In what? Imo State has the largest deposit of natural resources in the whole of Africa. How are you close, though, to talk of even better than these people? Because the usual idea before was, they are coming for our oil. They are coming for our oil. Do you have oil? Even if you do, your 13% derivation that was given to you for development, where is it? Which development has it brought to you? In a state that is swallowing in potholes and erosion. Where is that 13% derivation? I would like to rest my case here, but I want to tell us, especially our brothers from the eastern part of Igbo land, we did not ask for an Anim-Oma State. What we asked for was an Anyoma State. We are not the ones asking. Our parents asked. We are now asking. Give us an Anyoma State. You want to include anywhere, I don't care. Don't take away the capital from that Anyoma. Don't change the name from Anyoma. If you want something that the people can accept. Think about this. These people were offered an Anyoma State. Still, a small fraction of them connived politically to kick that they don't want to be part of Southeast. What do you want to be part of? South-South? What is South-South in terms of coordinates in geography? Let's assume there is something now called South-South. And you are part of that South-South. What is your benefit in the South-South? Because give me 45 minutes, I will find myself from Asaba to Oka. Give me 3 hours, I will find myself in any other part of the Eastern Igbo land. If I give you 10 hours, you will not get to Uyo. I give you 4 hours, you will not get to Auchi. I give you time again to go to Kalabari, you will not get to. You are in the same South-South with these people that I mentioned. You don't understand their language. You don't know the type of food they eat. You just want to answer the name South-South. He said, historically, we are not Igbos. Which historically are you calculating? From when the British government came into Nigeria, the British government regarded you as Igbo. The Delta State government regarded you as Igbo. How then did you start this deceit? When? At what point? Which point in history? What would you say historically? The people who read those letters and signed them, did they read it at all? At what point in history did we stop being only Igbo? I don't want to say too much. My name is Omode Ngozi Chukwuka Fortune, and this is Inu and Cultural Forum. If this is your first time of seeing our videos, please share this video massively, comment on it, and see you in our next video. Thank you so much. Bye.